Good morning, Michael Mazarang here again, and today I'm doing an inspection for a current listing agent and homeowner. Some rotten wood has been discovered under the house, indicative of potential termite or moisture damage. Before we go into the crawl space, just want to take a quick look around the house to see if there's any drainage issues. As we can see, it's a standard vented crawl space. The gutters do show a little bit of deterioration, a couple of dings, but standard 2x3 gutters, and certainly some downspout extensions or splash plates could be deployed here to get moisture away from the house. But certainly things look fairly clean as far as the gutters are concerned. With this porch, certainly the vents that are under the porch, there's going to be very little air exchange there, so possibility for some dead corners in the crawl space. You know, the vents are above grade, and which I like to see that. Some big trees in the back here, so probably this house will need to have, you know, the gutters cleaned at least a couple times a year. Same thing here in the back. Gutters look pretty good. Certainly some splash plates or gutter extensions can be deployed, and of course the same challenge here with the back deck. The vents that are up under the deck are not going to ventilate very well, so another potential pocket for potential moisture buildup. Okay. Here we are at the crawl space entrance, and it looks like some work has been done by this homeowner. The floor system looks like it's been re-insulated. I can tell that this insulation is pretty new. Vapor barrier looks like it's been deployed recently. No stakes. However, the vapor barrier does look pretty good to me. Unfortunately, they chose to not clean the microbial development that's on the floor system. As you can see here, this is where the old insulation bordered on the bottom of the floor system, and beneath it is where you have microbial material that's accumulated over time. I would assume that this is part of the reason why we're seeing some structural wood decay. As we look deeper in here, here's a section that needs to be put up, but again, you know, more material here on the rim joist, quite a bit of it. I'll poke around here and see if we have any rot here on the front wall. But this material, you can see, when you can see the root system from the microbial material, we could certainly have it tested to see what it is, get a licensed hygienist out here to see exactly what this microbial material would be. But certainly an industrial mold cleaning service should have been performed on this home. It just takes an extra couple hours to put stakes down on these seams. You know, there should be a 12-inch overlap on the vapor barrier. You know, this installation for the vapor barrier, I would say, is passable, but certainly not what I would want to do as far as the protocols that we write. Here in the back, you can see here, this is where we've got some structural decay from the moisture problem. You can see the vents are closed here, so no air exchange at all. Actually, at this time of year, that's probably good that they're closed, but there are certain times of the year you can open up the vents, or certainly this crawl space would be a good candidate for a closed system, or a closed moisture control system, or controlled ventilation program to help mitigate the moisture problem on a long-term basis. Yeah, you can see where this rim joist is shot. Now, when we do rim joist repairs, the way the state likes to see this done, North Carolina Building Code requires a full sister from the length. From basically, you have to apply shoring, and you cut out the damaged rim joist, and you replace this member from bearing to bearing, which you see here at this flush girder. The flush girder, a little bit of deterioration on the bottom, but intact. So it's certainly legal to marry up to this member with another equal member and then either cut the ledger and put a clip angle, or this could be nailed in underneath the current ledger board. I prefer to use Simpson L clip angles to make a right angle here, and it makes it much stronger when you do the sister. Seeing more of this is the old insulation that was pulled, the new insulation deployed. Again, a heavy concentration of microbial material. It really, if you're gonna do a job like this, it's better to clean the material so that when you sister the new lumber up to the old lumber, you're not cross-contaminating with the material, with the, you know, so, I mean, this is certainly all right. Certainly not what I would do as far as one of our job protocols, but no question this additional 30 feet of rim joist repair needs to be done. And here we're getting into, looks like a contractor has done some of the work already, and it looks, this looks fine to me. As we move towards the right rear, we can see where someone has sistered all these floor joists back to bearing. And this is a brand new flush girder. So yeah, you can see where they installed the new ledger board. Would have liked to have seen a few more nails here, but you know, it's certainly passable and meets code requirement. The piers are shimmed properly. So obviously a history of moisture problems on this home. So I'm leaning towards recommending to the seller here to deploy a dehumidifier. Go ahead and close these vents off and do a closed system. You know, to clean up this vapor barrier. There's some trash that needs to be picked up here. Let's fix the additional 30 feet of rim joists, damaged rim joists that we've noted as part of the job. Kind of clean this all up. Looks like somebody left their garbage here. Get all that cleaned up and get this house completely ready for resale. But again, here, this is the front right corner. You can see where a contractor has already repaired some additional rotten floor system. The front rim joist has already been replaced here. So it looks to me, you know, like this homeowner, yeah, this is looking kind of, yeah. We got another, they're not going to be happy to hear this, but you know, we've got additional rot here on the front wall that really should be addressed. Yeah, it's too bad that if they could have just gotten this moisture problem under control, they would have avoided. This is probably $30,000 worth of work that has been done to fix this substructure, when a simple dehumidifier and a vapor barrier installation would have been beneficial to keep that from happening, keeping the vents closed and so forth to control this environment. So unfortunately, you can see here some termite tubes. Looks like we've had termite infestation at some point. Yeah. Well, vapor barrier again, not staked. You know, kind of a very basic install. Okay, well, you know, you can kind of, you're getting the idea. This is what happens with moisture and termite damage when you allow a crawl space to stay humid in the summer months and not get control of the crawl space moisture. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of more work to do on this house, and have to bring that to the attention of the homeowner. Unfortunately, you know, this microbial material is the elephant in the room. It really should be cleaned. So If you have any questions about crawl space moisture, vapor barrier installations, microbial growth on floor systems, insulation, controlled ventilation systems, and or sealed crawl spaces or basic humidity control crawl spaces, you can contact me at the number below, or you can reach me through my website, and you can see that contact information below on this video. I appreciate you going in here today with me and seeing what we look for in crawl space inspections, and to see what a structural wood repair would entail on a North Carolina house. Hope you have a pleasant day, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for joining us. Take care.